Hello, welcome to my videos on my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the Lakers victories against the Sacramento Kings yesterday, 132 to 122. Well, yesterday the Lakers play is their last game of the week, where the Lakers had any problem and defeated the Sacramento Kings by 10-point difference. And with this victory, the Lakers swept the series against the Sacramento Kings this year 4-0. About this game, how I told you, you can see here that the difference was 10-point difference. But in the game, the Lakers were the best team in the game because they always, most part of the game, they always had the game under control, and they were leading by more than 10-point difference, especially in the beginning of the fourth quarter, where the Lakers increased the lead to a 20 points difference. 20 points difference. Later, the Kings reduced that gap. I mean, I'm not gonna to lie, because in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, the Kings put emotion because they reduced the game to a less than 5-point difference. And in that moment, I thought that the Kings were gonna to tie this game and maybe to for a overtime and win this game, but not. The Lakers were a better team, and this was the most important. Also, this is a was important victory because LeBron James didn't play. I think that this was by a lot management. Even that the Lakers said that it was because an injury. I don't believe that. But the most important is that the Lakers could get the victory. So about this game, in the first quarter, the game was very close, but the big difference was in the last 3 minutes of the quarter, where the Lakers created that gap, where they played tremendous basketball level, and they won. They scored 40 points, and they won the first quarter by 9-point difference, 40 to 31. In the second quarter, in the first 3 minutes of the quarter, the Kings started better because they reduced the gap to a 10-point difference. There, the Lakers increased against that gap, but again, the Kings closed better, and the Lakers in this quarter, they lost the quarter by 10-point difference, 25 by 35. In this game is when the Lakers play is more basketball in the defense, and the Lakers were trailing in the halftime, where the Lakers were trailing by 1 point difference, 65 to 66. But in the third quarter, again, that was the difference, where the Lakers play a tremendous game. It was the best quarter in the offense because the Lakers scored 42 points. They only allowed 24 points. In this quarter, they won it by 18-point difference. And this quarter was the big difference to win this game, because in that moment, the Lakers took advantage of more than 10 points. And in the end of the third quarter, the Lakers were leading by 19-point difference, 108 to 89. How I told you, in the end of the third quarter and the first minutes of the fourth quarter, the Lakers were leading by 10 20-point difference, and in that moment I thought that the game was over. But again, the Lakers last is basketball, sorry, in basketball, and it is when it was when the Kings took advantage of that, especially where they reduced the gap to a less than 10-point difference. They put emotion to the game in the last minutes of the game, but in the end, the Lakers got the victory, and they won it 122 to 120, 132, sorry, to 122. With this victory, the Lakers improved to a 18-13 record, and the Sacramento Kings fell to a 13-19 record. Remember that 2 days ago, the last Friday, the Sacramento Kings fired Mike Brown, his former head coach, because of the bad performances. But to be honest, I think that this was an error, because the Sacramento Kings, because Mike Brown broke against broke against that the Sacramento Kings qualified to the playoffs 2 years ago, and the last year they qualified to the play-in tournament. So I don't understand why they fired Mike Brown, because I know that they have a losing record, but they were very close, like the 3 or 4 games behind the playing tournament. That is still very early in the season, but for that reason, they are one of the worst teams in the league. So the most important, what I'm talking about is the Lakers, because they are my favorite team. So about the overall statistics, the Lakers play a tremendous game in offense, because you can see here that they score 60% of the five goal, and this was the most important. And they made 14 triples. It was amazing, and the Lakers scored 26 points from the free throw. And in the defense side, it wasn't a very great difference in the sorry a very great game in the defense side. But the most important is the Lakers got the victory. The Lakers allow 51% from field goal from the Kings, and they allow 11 triples, and the Kings only scored 11 points from the free throw. And about the turnovers, the Lakers only had the 11 turnovers. This was great because remember that in other games the Lakers had more than 20 turnovers, so this was great. And the Lakers lost the paint by 4 point difference, but this didn't matter. So the best player again, Anthony Davis. After that, he played a very bad basketball, and remember that he got injured in the Christmas Day game against the Warriors, where he left the game in the first quarter. He returned to play a tremendous game where he made another double double with 36 points and 15 assists. The second best scorer was Aston Reeves, that he made another double double with 26 points and 16 assists. This was amazing, 16 assists. Oh, this is amazing performance. Also, Rui Hashimura with 21 points helped the team, and Dalton Kenneth with 18 points, and Max Christie with 60 points. So it was a tremendous performance from these four players. So what happened? Well, how are the standings? Well, the Lakers with the 2-1 record in the week, they improved to a 18-13 record. They escalate to the fifth place in the Western Conference, and they have a back-to-back victory. This is amazing because the Lakers now are 5 games above 500, and they are in the fifth position. You can see here the Lakers are 2 games behind the Dallas Mavericks. They are in the fourth place, and 3 games of the Houston Rockets. They are in the third place in the Western Conference. But how I told you, in all this season, this conference is very close, because you can see here that for the fifth place, the Los Angeles Lakers, from the 11th place, that are the Phoenix Suns, there is only 3 games difference. So if the Lakers have a very bad week, the next week they can fall to the 12th place. But if they have a very great week, they can escalate onto the third place. So this conference is very close, and the Lakers need to focus and to win the more games. So what's next? The Lakers, after 3 weeks that they only played 3 games per week, we play again for 4 games, where the next Tuesday the Lakers will start the season, where the Lakers will start the week where the Lakers will receive the Cleveland Cavaliers the next Tuesday, December 21st, the last year, the last day of the year, and 22 o'clock Eastern time. Remember that these two teams played the last November, where the Lakers traveled to Cleveland and they were humiliated, and they lost by 24 point difference. In this moment, the Cleveland Cavaliers are the best team in the league. They have a 27-4 record. They are leading the Eastern Conference, and they have a 6 straight victory. So I think that the Lakers will want to take revenge, because they were humiliated, and of course the LeBron James is going to play this game. I think that this is going to be a very difficult game. I think that this will be a close game. But I think that the Cleveland Cavaliers in this moment are the best team in the league, and I think that the Lakers are going to lose this game by 5 point difference. Later, the Lakers will play the next Thursday, the January 2nd to 2025, the first game of the year for the Lakers, where the Los Angeles Lakers will receive the Portland Trail Blazers the next Thursday, 22:30 Eastern time. Remember that these two teams played in the beginning of this month, where the Lakers didn't have any problem and defeated the Trailblazers 107-98 in Los Angeles. So in this moment, the Portland Trailblazers are one of the worst teams in the league. They are in the 13th place in the Western Conference with a 11-20 record. So I think that the Lakers, remember that always in a divisional game, there's always a very close game, and it's a tough game. So I think that this will be a close game, but in the end, the Lakers are going to win this game by more than 7 point difference. And later, the Lakers will play another back-to-back games, where the next Friday, January 3rd, 2025, the Lakers will receive the Atlanta Hawks. there in the cryptoarena.com, and 20:30 Eastern time. Remember that the Lakers on the whole play in the beginning of this month, where it was a tremendous game, where the Lakers traveled to Atlanta, but unfortunately the Lakers lost the game 132 to 124 in overtime. This game, I'm not gonna to lie, the Lakers had everything to win this game because they have the game under control in the beginning of the in the last minutes of the fourth quarter, and in the last minutes of the overtime, but they couldn't handle the lead, and they lost this game. In this moment, the Atlanta Hawks are in the sixth place in the Eastern Conference with a 17-50 record, and they have a three straight victory. So this will be a very close game, but I think that because the Lakers will play in home, I think that the Lakers are going to take revenge, and they're going to win this game by more than 5 point difference. And the Lakers will play the next week in where the next Sunday, January 5th, 2025, the Lakers will travel to the Houston to play against the Houston Rockets, and 19 o'clock 19 o'clock Eastern time. Remember that this will be the first game between these two teams, where in this moment the Houston Rockets are playing a tremendous basketball because they are in the third place in the Western Conference with a 21-10 record. So this will be a tremendous game because this is a must victory to the Lakers if they want to close the gap between the Rockets and the Lakers, and if the Lakers want to escalate more position. So I think that this will be a very close game, but in the end, because the Lakers will play in as a away team, and remember that the Lakers have been playing better in home than in away. So I think that the Lakers are going to lose this game by more than 7 point difference. So I think that the Lakers will finish the week with a 2-2 record, but let's see. So in this video I talk about that the Lakers yesterday defeated the Kings by 10 point difference. They closed the week with a 2-1 record. Remember that the Lakers defeated this week. They played 3 games. The Lakers of Presley lost against the Pistons the last Monday by 3 point difference, and they lost the series 0-2. Later, the Lakers played the last Wednesday in the Christmas Day, where they played a tremendous game, and the Lakers won it by 2 point difference. Was the Lakers dominate this game, like what happened yesterday, and the Austin Reeves scored the game winning. And yesterday the Lakers play is still the last game of the week, where they had an easy game and they defeated the Kings by 10 point difference. And the next week the Lakers will play 4 games, so this will be amazing because the next week will be the last week of the year, and will be the first week of the next year. In this moment, the Lakers are in the fifth place in the Western Conference, so this is great because the Lakers are very close to the first places, but also is very close to the last places. So the Lakers need to continue win games to escalate more positions. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can write me in any of my social media platforms. So see you next video. Children.